We say that negotiation situation is one step beyond classic sales situation. And why? We are going to see it in the development of this video called Negotiating Beyond the Sale. I am José Manuel García-Lomas Allen-Perkins. When we talk about a sales situation, immediately comes to mind the image of classic salesman who perhaps belongs to the past and who tries to place his product to the customer by developing the classic win-lose position. That is to say, I, the salesman, win, and it is not that I want your customer to lose. But what I do have clear is that above all, I, the salesman, must win, achieve the sales figure assigned to me by my company. And if your customer has to lose, then I'm sorry, that's life. Today I, the salesman, win and the customer has to lose. The problem that will shortly come to this salesperson is that the customer, aware that he has been the loser, will seek as soon as he can to compensate that loss, and this will result in a bad relationship between the customer and the seller, which can easily end with the termination of the business relationship. This situation leads to the typical expression that this man developing a win-lose in his sale. What he is doing is bread for today and hunger for tomorrow. Therefore, the good and intelligent salesperson not only thinks about today but also about tomorrow. And in that way he will look for how both he as the salesperson and the customer will come out winning, which leads to the search of the win-win success negotiator relationship. But let's start from the sales process, differentiating it from the negotiation process, which is much more complex. Let's start with the sales process in 5 stages. Stage 1, meeting and greeting. A key stage in which starts the attention curve that we must maintain throughout the process. Stage 2, qualify, information gathering, using our good questioning technique. Stage 3, benefits, the argument for the solution of the client's problems, desires, interests, and needs. Stage 4, objections, the emptying the possible doubt, resistance, and objections to the client. Stage 5, closing or action plan, closing or leaving a door open, establishing an action plan involving the client. Let's go to the negotiation process, well differentiated from the sales process. When developing the negotiation process, we will rely again on breaking it down into 8 main stages. Stage 1, the introduction. This is the time needed to create a positive atmosphere and awaken interest in the other part about the development of the negotiation we are starting. It is important to point out that this phase should not be neglected because it is the beginning of a good attention curve and the creation by both parts of the positive and correct attitudes that facilitate the negotiation process progress. Stage 2, the general presentation of the current situation. We start, as its name indicates, exposing what the current situation is, and with this we anticipate foreseeable objections in case we start with what we will later see as a stage 3 of reference to the past. Here the important thing is the content, and we suggest doing it in a short space of time, because if not, we take the risk of not being actively listened. Stage 3, reference to the past. Making history, the background music. As we have already pointed out, it is important to do it in this order: first the current situation and followed by the reference to the past. By doing it soon, we do not delay to avoid objections from the other part, who might otherwise express their concern to know the current situation, which we have already explained in stage 2. Likewise, it is the opportunity in this stage to make a quick review of the positive aspect of our relationship in the past, which will favor the climate of the progress of the negotiations to come. If we remember the attention curve exposed in previous videos, we established 3 phases. The first one from A, that is the attention. The second one from B, that is the presentation of the benefits. And the third one, the C, from closing of our presentation. I say this because the initial part of the attention curve, example attention in the negotiation process, would include these 3 stages that we have just described. 1, introduction, 2, current situation, and 3, reference to the past. But let's continue with the negotiation process. Stage 4. Definition of the points, needs as we see them of both sides. This stage is the key moment to intelligently use a good questioning technique, which allows us to go deeper and define the real interests, desires, and needs of both parties, fill them. Stage 5, selection and discussion of points. Here the conflicting points are discussed, not falling into the traps of fixing our attention on the positions, and yes on the authentic interests of both parts. In other words, yes to the interests and not to the positions. Stage 6, conflicts and difference. Here we enter the real negotiation, in the search for the win-win. Stage 7, cession of position by both parts, remembering that the need to give in is inherent to any negotiation. Therefore, seek the balance between giving and taking, and to do so develop options for mutual gain. And remembering again the attention curve by citing the stage 4 of the definition of needs, the stage 5 of selection and discussion of points, the stage 6 of conflicts and differences, and the stage 7 of assignment of position. These 4 stages of the negotiation would be the part of the benefits, exchange of benefits between both parts, in the attention curve that is also developed in every negotiation. Stage 8, the establishment of agreements in principle that are the door to the definitive agreements. And here will be in the closing of the attention curve, that is to say, the closing of the negotiation. When I develop my training with groups of professionals on this and other negotiation topics, we incorporate the participatory methodology of using exercises, case studies, and role plays adapted to the situation of each group. That is to say, someone from the group acts as the company's negotiator in a situation that we draw with the whole group, And someone from the group also plays the role of the client defined by the group. With all this, we try to give a practical character to the training, making the group not only the protagonist, because they are the ones who know their own business well, but also that the group is the analyst, analyzing the performance of the role play that we develop, and thus the group takes advantage of the vision, knowledge and the skills that all the participants have been developing throughout their professional life. The role plays or professional real-life simulations allow us to refine and polish the use of techniques we are training and developing, and with this we ratify the following: tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I will learn, train me and I will acquire it as an habit. The importance of training with essays, exercises, case studies and role plays. Learn by doing. And okay, if you are interested in our videos, I suggest you give a like and subscribe to our channels in Spanish and in English, as we publish videos every week.